TV does have some good stuff. Sometimes they don't. Everybody mess up sometimes. Even Game of Thrones had the incident where they had a Starbucks in Westeros, and I'm like, no, why is Starbucks here when it's back in Dragon medieval time? But anyways, there was a scene where I saw this old dude shot somebody, and he ran, and then he
Uh,
fell down,
and
and
they
he
kept
got.
shooting.
I was
Yeah,
like,
worst scene ever. Whoever did no, I need to see. You ever seen an episode of Family Guy where Stewie watched the movie that he was so disgusted with? He got on the plane calmly, drove the plane, caught a cab calmly, went to the door of the director writer, and smacked the stuffing out of him. That's what needs to be done. Because whoever edited, that's what I need to do to the editor. They just said, nope, we're gonna keep rolling. It's gonna let the scene keep going. Dude in the background clearly hurt. Actor's still going. Nobody said cut. Nobody in the editor's room was like, you know what? Let's find another take of this.
like, can we reshoot this? No, I hurt my knee so bad. Okay, can y'all just cut off right here before he falls down? Like, no, we can't do it. Why? Lord, these people here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Acting Up Show, man. How y'all doing? How you living? How you living? How you doing? You got your boy
Hey,
Joffy and Big Chris in the building. Big Chris, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, and this might be my last chance to talk like this because a lot of people got in trouble this past week. So I'm
Ooh.
gonna say it like this: it don't matter if it's the turkey leg, scrambled eggs, type flight of the world, Craig. Rockets in five. Hold on.
Man, I'm
Hold on, I
telling
got
you.
one more. I got one more.
All right,
The
right.
draft was kind of funny. I guess Dion said it must be the money. Uncle Shannon got caught with the honey. Rockets in five. Okay,
Oh
I'm done.
man.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man. We gonna hope the Rockets. Come on, y'all pull it together, man. Pull it together, y'all. Pull it together, man. Come on, y'all can do this.
You
Please
can do
be.
it. We believe in you.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that more later on in the show. But we got a great show for you, great guests coming up. Another guest, special guest co-host is gonna show up as well. Or, we're gonna come through and just talk a little bit about things, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike, shout out to Shay. They're not here right now, but they're gonna come back later. I'm talking too much. Let's get into the show.
Let's get to it.
Get to the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into the show, man. That boy Chris, everybody getting in trouble. We're gonna talk about it, but first, before we talk about all these topics and hot news and breaking news and celebrity news, entertainment news and music news and all this, a lot of news. But you know what's not news?
You gotta like us. You gotta follow us.
You got to comment and you have to subscribe. That was
There
that
you
was
go.
on the tape.
Too smooth. Too
Man,
smooth.
come on, too smooth. I don't know what type of dance this is right here. But yeah, man. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into it. So the NFL draft has come and gone. And man, we always, you get happy to see your players from college get in there. You're like, yeah, you a family member or that's related to the person that gets drafted. You're like, yeah. But somebody had to wait on it. Brother Dion Sanders and his two sons have to wait. Just because, sometimes they do say that the parents do cause problems and issues for the kids, but hey, but it turned out pretty. It turned out well. Chris, what happened, man? Break it down
I,
for us, brother.
I'm kind of mad they had me watching the draft to the fifth round. I usually don't last that long. You
Man,
know, I'm locked in like, dang. So Shadur Sanders, the number one overall quarterback in the draft, the NFL clearly sent a message to him that, they sent a message to the Sanders family. He got drafted to Cleveland in the fifth round. Mind you, five quarterbacks went ahead of him. One being a 7-year-old college student, 26 years old, who nobody really knows is not that good, but
mm,
that's my opinion. But They drafted him ahead of Shador, and then they drafted him onto the team. His dad went on TV and said that he wouldn't go to, and then they drafted. They got five, and that team has five quarterbacks already. It's a crazy situation, but clearly it's I think Stephen A. Smith said it was collusion. And it's not a good look on the NFL for them to say, especially from them making the progress they've had from the Colin Kaepernick ordeal. Doesn't look good on the NFL owners and executives. Like they clearly had. There's no reason he should have gone fifth round, but it is what it is. It's speculation that he interviewed bad. It's speculation that they don't like his arrogance. They want him to kiss the ring. There's all kind of talk. So it's gonna be a spotlight on him and everything going on up to the season until he gets on the field. And I feel he's gonna use that as motivation. He's gonna probably show out. So until then, that's probably all we'll hear, the speculation of why he's falling, what he's doing. So it's on and popping now.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, it's on the popping now. So, hey, sometimes interviews can go this one way, but then you give me the job, and then I'll show up and show out, and you just never know. So, but that's some stats that are better than the people that they picked before. I'm like, what is going on here? But
Yeah.
hey, well, yeah,
And the
well,
other his other son, is it Shiloh? Shiloh didn't go drafted. He ended up signing undrafted to the Buccaneers.
right.
So
Right. So we're gonna see what happens, boy. Just gonna they making the football season interesting already. like we first down ain't much started, man. Was it the OAs? I mean, I'm not the OAs. I'm the what's the name? The practice and all that. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now.
practice. We
But
talking about practice?
you talk about practice? All that, man. So we're gonna keep our eye on it and see what happens when the NFL season starts. The Houston Rockets are in the playoffs. Lord Jesus, man, y'all,
I guess if I
man, look, just beat Golden State, please. Like it, just beat them. I know it's a young team; they're trying to get adjusted. When they cooking. But you know what I do? I'll say this: even though they lost their last game, they're down. They're actually down 2-1 right now, and everybody has a statistic. Oh, if you don't, usually who goes up 2-1 is 79% win. Okay, just hold on now. Y'all been counting us out since the beginning of this season and we've been resting pretty good. So young team, they're learning, and once they learn, they learn. And what I do like about this team, even though um, that Gold State beat them, it was about a big, large margin. So I'm like, okay, okay, okay. They just a little bit jittery. We all know how it is. Rockets fans have PTSD as every other fan playing in Golden State. But I think once they settle in, hopefully we can go out and pull out a full win and beat Golden State, so we can move on and advance. I want to see that. I want that to happen. Please. I'm tired of them. I'm so tired of Golden
Look,
State.
all I gotta say is I don't care if it's on my birthday, if it was Golden State, or even if I'm mad and irate, Rockets and five. You don't gotta get that Chris Rock face when you do Rockets and five.
Yeah, man. We got
Yeah.
that's Uncle Shannon right there. We'll talk about Uncle Shannon later on. That's where Chris getting that from. But also, man, we have to talk about man. Look, ah, it's one thing when you lose out on your business. Have you been to the Turkey Leg Hut? I'm pretty you haven't because it's been closed down since a year or so. But hey, old buddy, the owner of the Turkey Leg Hut, try to get his life right, man. And it's sometimes things just happen, sins from the
Yeah.
past, or incidents that you left unnoticed. I'm about to go back and look at some things I left unnoticed. But brother has got arrested, man. For an explosion that happened from a past restaurant chain he used to work with. And yeah,
It's just interesting. Makes you think of what happened that started the whole divorce thing. Not to say that's what caused him and his wife to divorce, but this happened about what five. This is about this. So this had to be a long investigation because we had
mhm,
never. Because remember, I do remember a popular bar here in Houston. For those that's not in Houston, 5015, a popular restaurant and bar that blew up and they had to
mm,
remodel and everything. So, and literally the former co-owner of the Turkey Leg Hut, he just dropped a video talking about black business and you know how he's come with the oyster hut now and all this and all that, and then literally like the next day he was arrested
Mm.
in connection with that explosion. He apparently was in collusion to set that up to be burnt.
Boy,
So
boy. Man, just it's so much to unpack here, brother. I still think he was being petty from when he lost the turkey leg hut instead of an oyster, barbecue some oysters across the street from your former business with your wife and everything. Man, look. A lot of people say it all the time. You can't do business without doing dirt. I don't want to do no dirt. Look, I'll be honest. If I lose my business, it is what it is. But don't go around doing corrupting things and just doing wrong to people and don't cheat on your wife. Don't. It's cheaper to keep her. They made that song for a reason, man. But other than that, I hope everything work out for bro, man. I ain't trying to wish nothing bad on nobody, man. But just be careful what y'all do when you get into business. Look over everything. Find others that are running a successful business that can be your mentor and tell you what you can do. If they got some dirt going on, you're gonna have to, go ahead and back off from it. Go somewhere else. I believe in karma. I believe in blessings, and I just believe in people just stop doing wrong. I ain't trying to get caught up in no mess. My hair already gone. You want me to lose my mind next? Like, just what you want. Anyways, man. And also to close out, make sure you get your tickets there as the comedy show. We the Ones comedy show is coming to Houston, Texas, on the weekend of this, May weekend, first weekend of May. The May 2nd, yeah, that's gonna be a show.
Gonna be a good show. Mike Epps hosting. You got Country Wayne, Carlos Miller, Lil Duval, Corey Holcomb, Mojo Boots, Haha Davis, Bubba Dub, Tony Roberts, and then they got some
Yeah,
other special guests. So it's
yeah,
definitely gonna be a good show.
yeah. That's gonna be a great show. So get your tickets. Get your tickets. That's gonna be one great show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into the Critics Corner. So don't go nowhere. Stay locked in to the Just Acting Up Show. All right, good people, let's go ahead and get into the Critics Corner. But before we talk about the Critics Corner, slide on over to Jobs VIP room. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe on that as well, too. As myself and the others come together to talk about things that goes on in the acting community, or we talk about your favorite show. Right now, myself and Mike, shout out to Mike, we're talking about The Last of Us, the TV show. If you're a fan of the game, whew, boy, that scene finally happened. Me and Mike, fans of it, we were waiting on it. We were like, I ain't think they're gonna do it. It's gonna do it, James. I don't know. Mike think they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, and they did it. What did they do? Tune in the Jobs VIP room, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So, with that being said, new trailers, new movies are coming out right now. People are already you can't please nobody, man. The new trailer for the Predator movie has came out, and they already talking about this Predator already. The the
They still making
comparison,
Predator movies?
yeah. Hey, they still make Predator movies. That Prey that came out on Hulu, that was actually pretty good. People complain about that. How's a woman going to defeat a predator? Man, look, just look, man.
The last Predator I've seen was Predator 2.
Oh, we don't.
How many I got to catch up?
You got you got some predators to catch up on. It was quite a handful since then. Since Danny Glover told us that he was too old for that shit, and he
Yeah. That's the last one I've seen was Danny Glover.
he
That's
he
the
was
last Predator I've seen.
he was old. He was old then fighting predator.
He's been old since he got into acting. That's a whole nother story.
It is a whole nother story. But yeah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go. It looks to me the trailer look good. I'm gonna go watch it. I know there are hardcore Predator fans, and they was like, "Why does Predator head look like that?" And he got his hair in a ponytail, dreads, and this Predator over here looking like look, y'all. It was a certain time frame. That Predator, I guess, is a younger Predator. I don't know, man. Just watch. Just shut up and just watch it sometime.
You know, the
Maybe,
style is not.
yeah, they trying. I don't
He
know.
been in the gym,
Yeah,
working out.
yeah, he
There
wanted to
you
put his head into a ponytail and go out there and fight. He still got the same old crab face.
go.
I mean, how you gonna argue about how to? It's an ugly ass alien. Why are you mad about?
You mad about it?
They get mad at a fictional character. I don't like the way he look. It's a damn. You gonna be
How's the
mad at
alien supposed to look?
how is a
You
predator
want to
supposed?
go?
You
It
somebody
ain't like he
down
modeling for Vogue or something, you know.
right? Like yeah, he not that bro. He's coming to kill you. Do you think he care about his looks? That's like
And if he existed in real life, I don't even think I want to be that invested. Like, look, all
oh
right.
no, no, he invisible. He's invisible. No, I want you to no. I don't be nowhere near that thing. No, that's the same thing like they said with the with Mortal Kombat about Melina. The lady who played as it. They were talking about why is her hair all over the place? Like she's fighting. She's a half human terracotta warrior that got teeth all around her that stick out. Is she trying to kill you? Do you think she cares about the couple strands of hair that are sticking out of the back of her? What are you talking? I hate people sometimes, bro. I can't stand people. And the actress that played that, she fine as mother. I think her name was Sissy Stringler. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, yeah, she bad in real life. Anyways, let me yeah. Anyways, man, going to the next subject. The Thunderbolts movie is about to air and come out. People already saw the first showing of it, and they are giving it a thumbs up. They're like,
Nice.
yeah, this is official. They said, I think they said it's two end credit scenes. One, the first one is a joking one. Then the second one it sets up what's going to come. That's about to start in the MCU. You already know I'm about to buy my ticket. I'm already sold. I'm going to see the Thunderbolts. So I'm looking forward to it. So,
Nice.
so yeah, and we have that right there. Please don't spoil it, ladies and gentlemen. I already know y'all already. For those who already saw the special showing, please don't do that to us. Don't do that. So yeah, and also when people saying, well, I'll say this. Thank you, Oscars, for not only saying that for now on going forward, that the people that the films that are in the category of being nominated, people will now have to actually sit down and watch these films to see if they're worthy. Because I'm like, what were y'all doing
Yeah, like what was y'all
before?
basing it off? Y'all was just going off of what people y'all like. Oh, I like that director. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, how could you not? I don't know. You think that would be the minimum criteria
yeah.
to
I'm
at least
like,
watch the movie?
yeah. So all these films from the past, did y'all not watch it? Y'all just oh, it was a fantastic movie. I'm like, bro, did you watch the film?
But I
See
guess it
how
makes sense though now when you think about those movies that won. You was like, what? I ain't never heard of this film. And
it's
you was
been a
like,
lot.
how did they win? Yeah, so
It was yeah. It was a lot of films like that. So shout out for them doing that. And also, finally, they are giving the stunt category like thank you.
yeah,
I'm yeah.
good job. And I think Will Smith is gonna head it up. No, I'm just playing.
Uh,
Um, Smack. No, shout out to the stunt people, man. They definitely deserve it. They definitely couldn't do those movies without them. A lot of scenes couldn't be done without them. I don't know
yeah.
about you jumping from a roof, but I'm not jumping from a
I'm not
roof.
jumping from no. I'm not no. You take them fall no. Uh,
Tom Cruise may do it, but I ain't gonna do
I was just
it.
about to say that. Go ahead give Tom Cruise the special award for that because this dude here, Tom is just built different. He's just built different. Also, with that being said, um, just let me see. There's a lot of stunt people that I do know of that are in the stunt community. That hopefully that inspires others to really that I do know of in our community to really go for the stunts and fighting because you need that. You need the choreography. Trust me. I've seen there's some fighting tech boys. I just seen some things.
Yeah.
When you look something, there's some movies I saw. What Mike said, I think it was you or Mike said that there was a stunt that I saw somebody on on Tubi. Tubi does have some good stuff. Sometimes they don't. Everybody mess up sometimes. Even Game of Thrones had the incident where they had a Starbucks in Westeros, and I'm like, no, why is Starbucks here when it's back in Dragon medieval time? But anyways, there was a scene where I saw this old dude shot somebody, and he ran and then he
Uh,
fell down,
and
and
they
he
kept
got.
shooting.
I was
Yeah. Worst scene ever. Whoever did the no, I need to see. You ever seen an episode of Family Guy where Stewie watched the movie that he was so disgusted with? He got on the plane calmly, drove the plane, caught a cab calmly, went to the door of the director writer and smacked the stuffing out of him. That's what needs to be done. Because whoever edited, that's what I need to do to the editor. They just said, nope, we're gonna keep rolling. It's gonna let the scene keep going. Dude in the background clearly hurt. Actor still going. Nobody said cut. Nobody in the editor's room was like, you know what? Let's find another take of this.
Like, can we reshoot this? No, I hurt my knee so bad. Okay, can y'all just cut off right here before he falls down? Like, no, we can't do it. Why? It. Lord Jesus, these people here. Anyways, man, y'all got to do better, man. Got to do better.
Got to do better.
Got to do better, man. And speaking of got to do better, we all jokes aside, I hate that this is happening, but what has happened has happened. What's going on is going on. Unc Shannon Sharp, man. The boy had to step down from ESPN, man, because of allegations of a sexual assault. They told you, man, leave these women, leave a certain category of women alone. And to be honest, I say it's not just one certain category. You just gotta watch out for the red flags in people. Or when they say don't do this, don't do that. Or if you with a person in a relationship and they say they don't want you to do that, just don't do it. Just don't. No matter what, no matter if you're in the public eye, no matter if you're not somebody that's rich and well known, famous, just don't do it. Save yourself from going down that path of destruction. That was a word in church today, too, Lord. My
There's
goodness.
so many questions. So many questions. The contradictions. Cause I watch, Club Shay Shay, of course. He's always talking about they gonna go less than. Well, he just had Young Miami in this young Miami saying he wouldn't date nobody younger than 35. Oh, really? Cat Williams tried to warn him, stay away. I ain't gonna say from who. Y'all watch the interview. He said, stay away. They're gonna bring you down.
He did say, can I do my Cat Williams voice? They will take you down. It does not matter if you are Cain the Conqueror. It will take you down within less than 2 weeks. I will say it again. Cain the Conqueror.
You
And
got
take
promote.
you down. Yeah, he's a Cain. but, but yeah, man. All jokes aside, man. I'm sending prayers to both sides because both sides have to deal with that. I hate that it happens to see that happen to anybody, but man, look, just y'all be careful out there, man, because you just never know what's gonna happen. Just be careful. Just just watch yourself, man. Just watch yourself, man.
Mm.
All right. And before we close out this segment, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a special shout out to makeup artist and very creative, very talented, Tiffany Ayala. She has her own paintbrush and makeup sets that she is setting out to the world. You should go and follow her on her Instagram as well, and I'll have that just for you in just a second. But yeah, she's very talented. I spoke to her a couple times, and she's just no, just like us, artists that's trying to put their work out and spread the word and get noticed out there. And she's very talented. Of course, I don't need it. I don't need no makeup, but because it takes a lot to take care of this. Trust me. You can't. Makeup can't fix this ugly mug. No, I always got those shade joke around. But yeah, man. But for those who are looking for a very talented and very organized makeup artist, you should go visit Tiffany Ayala on her Instagram. Her Instagram handle is beauty_Tiffany Ayala. So you definitely want to check her out. Pro makeup artist, set life and film, airbrush master, cinematography. Plus she's a mom. So shout out to the moms out there who are out there holding it down. Some of her work she's done on BET Plus, Lifetime, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Tubi. She's very talented. She has also worked on a top set of Tyler Perry as well, and many other artists and others. So check out my girl. Trust me, you won't go wrong. And you like when I say organize, organize to the T.
No.
And you want organization, and you want to look good on camera. Tiffany got you. So shout out to Tiffany.
And last thing before we get out the segment as well, because I've been holding this in since January.
Oh,
I see. Everybody's finally caught up to me. Yeah, caught up to me. I seen Sinners in January for a pre-screening. And it was such a great movie. And to see I got to see the final cut that's made the theaters as well, to see the small changes they made, and now to see everybody's response to it. I'm just so happy that it's doing well, it's being well received, and everybody gets it. Like it's I love that for Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I just love that. So shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan on a great film, great project.
Mm-hmm. Phenomenal film. Right. Round of applause for that, man. Yeah, yeah. And shout out to everybody that worked on that set that was a part of that as well too, for being a part of history and creating that film and making it, creating that art right there. So thank y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We have a special friend of the show. He's gonna hold it down on this interview. He's gonna be our special guest co-host. Brandon Rush of the Buckle Up Podcast is gonna be joining us as we interview my brother from another mother, Kentrell A. Wright. So don't go nowhere. It's Just Act Up Show. Stay locked in. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest in the building. Man, brother from another mother. We're gonna talk about that whole Sinners thing as well too. That you know, it was a really funny. We'll top that off first, but let me introduce his brother real quick, man. I got to, man, ladies and gentlemen, actor, writer, Arthur, very suave dresser, by the way. Every time that boy comes suited and booted, I got like, man, hold on, let me step my game up, man. A poet as well, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Acting Up Show. Round of applause for Kentrell A. Wright.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Man, got you, bro. Man, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm
Good.
good. Good
Let's,
day.
let's
Good day. Happy, up. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's get into it. We want to learn about you. So, break it down, like where are you from? Where did this all start? Where did this gift come from?
Man, y'all want the long story or you want the short story? What y'all want,
I
Go
mean,
man?
it was
long, go
family. I don't
long.
know.
Yeah,
He's like, go long.
yeah.
Nah, man, I'm from Louisiana, bro. From
Okay,
South Louisiana, Raceland.
gotcha.
A little town. Man, acting, man. I used to watch TV all the time, like growing up. So that was just my thing. So when people say TV raised you a little bit,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like no disrespect to my parents and nothing like that either. But but no, I used to watch it all the time, man. And at one point or another, I was more of a cameraman. So that's what I initially wanted to be. So I used to, I'm just jumping from like childhood. My imagination was strong. It was real strong. I remember that. And I remember I used to play outside and always had this imagination. But fast forward, teenage years, definitely it was cameraman. And I used to go to the basketball games and I used to be like the cameraman for the basketball games sometimes. Like, he wasn't doing nothing, just holding on to watching them go up and down the field or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
basketball court. Started off from there. And my mom actually bought me a camcorder when I was about 15 or something like that, probably 14, 15. I don't know. I know I was places where I shouldn't have been, like in the club and all kinds of stuff, recording all kind of stuff happening around the hood and everything. Um, but my mom she wanted I was supposed to go to college. So
mm,
eventually I was going to college and she was like, oh, you going to college? But I was like, I didn't know what I was going for. I used to go back and forth about that. And then one day I came to her and I told her I wanted to be she's like, well, I used to always tell her certain things and she would be like, oh, you can't do it all. You can't do it all. Da, da, da.
mm,
So one day I said, Mom, I'm gonna be an actor. And I was like, I'm gonna be an actor. And she was like, an actor. I was like, yeah. I said, that way I could do everything. She was like, she was like, boy, you too timid for that, She's like, you too timid for all that. Yeah, most people, and it was like most people don't. and I'm sorry, Ma, I'm not throwing you under the bus. Saying, at one point she was like, boy, she's like, everybody don't make it at that. Everybody don't make it at that. Da, 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 da. Like it was one of those situations. But no, it wasn't a disrespect or nothing like that. It was her protecting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, my son talking about doing this. Like, come on, bro. Like, and to I was timid, like, I didn't have like the real confidence for it like that, like that especially. But anyways, so that's where that part kind of came out. And then fast forward from that.
It's interesting that Kentrell said that because I know what that's like. Like my grandma said the same thing to me that his mom kind of was saying with him, but she meant well. But it's just the fact that they don't always know that you can. They were trying to protect you is what it comes down to. Yeah. But my mom was like, "Yo, baby, go ahead and do it." But so I understand what he means completely. But
that's funny, and that's funny that you said that because it was the opposite for me. My grandmother was the one like,
wow,
"Oh, that's what you want to do?"
Yeah,
I didn't know that, but I'll get to that part. So, after that, of course, you crushed. You don't really, you crush for a little bit. You young, you like, whatever. Then one of my cousins, she was talking to this guy, and he did music, and he was doing music for like this movie. I still don't know what movie it was to this day, but he did the music for it, and he knew I wanted to. Everybody around me knew I wanted to be an actor, so he was like, "Hey man, I gotta go bring some music to this place." He was like, "There's an audition going on." He said, "You want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I ended up going, and I was in the room with, it's my first audition ever, randomly, didn't know nothing about auditioning, didn't know whatever. But anyways, they gave us some sheets and stuff. I had my little thing. I went into the room, and they just ask you to, say your name. It was like 5 people or something sitting at the table. It was like, say your name or whatever. Um, and I said my name, and it was like, just go into it.
Yeah.
So the first time I choked. And the second time I went back and I did it, and I crushed it. Like whatever it was, I crushed it. They was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." They was like, "Do you have an agent?" I was like, "No." "So you got a portfolio?" I was like, "No." Like, what is that? It was like, "You don't have this, you don't have that." It was like, "Oh my God." They was like, "Take this email and go get that done and then reach back out to us." It was something to that. It was like around MySpace time and all that stuff. And so never did it. Didn't have photos, none of that. That opportunity passed by, whatever. Worked offshore for a while, done some stuff, going through life. Finally, I was in school for physical therapy out here, and I ended up getting into physical therapy school. And it was like they wanted too much. Like it was just too many moving parts. And this is fast forwarding through everything. I don't want to make this story super long, but it was just too much. They wanted you to work. They wanted you to, you gotta like try to,
trade somewhere, internship.
Yeah, you gotta try to do all of that stuff, man. And I'm like, I'm out here in Texas. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive if I do that. So I called my grandma one day, and I was like, D. I was like, I don't know. That's what we used to call it. I call it D. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't want to do this. And she was like, well, what you want to do? I said, I want to be an actor. And she was like, I didn't know that about you. She was like, well, you know what? She said, go do it.
Yeah.
She's like, you're intelligent. She said, you can always go back to school.
Yeah.
You pass a test. So I was like, yeah. She said, yeah, go do that. She said, and you can always, she said, it's better you try that. Give it some time. And if it don't work out, go back. And I was like, all right, you're gonna see me on TV this year.
Yeah.
And that year I ended up being on The Originals, the TV show. Yeah, so that was like that gave me like that extra fire to keep pushing.
Yeah.
So just like that's just the evolution of where this stuff kind of came from.
When that bug got a hold of you and you start going on your journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was scared. I was scared a lot. I did like extra work, and I was doing extra work here and there. And I was scared to do extra work, scared to talk. At one point, I didn't want to talk.
Oh,
I was scared to talk. I couldn't talk. I stuttered. I
Yeah.
stuttered a lot. And I just felt like I wasn't a good speaker. And so, and confidence, trash. Confidence was shot.
yeah.
But, you know, fast forward, I ended up with I ended up getting my grandmother ended up having we ended up finding out she had Alzheimer's. This was like 2015, 16.
Yeah.
And on my way, I had before then, no, on my way back, we came from Cali. We took her for a little ride out there or whatever. And we came back and I auditioned for Vince. Vincent Powell,
Yeah.
Someone Like You. And
Hmm.
my first time, I had beat out a lot of people.
Is that a play? I'm sorry. Is that a play or is that a TV show or movie? I'm sorry.
That's a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a movie. Did that. That was my first like solid lead role. Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. Damn. Back in 2012. 2012 was my first role that I
Okay.
had in this a show called If They Took Us Back.
Okay.
One of my colleagues was writing that. And so Mike oh my God, Mike gonna punch me in my eye for saying this. Raging Dogs production.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael Angelo. That's my bro. So he gave me my start.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's up to 2016 that I gave y'all.
Yeah.
That was long.
Yeah. Nah, that's good, bro. This
Awesome.
Yeah, this is why we have these conversations podcast. Brandon said the same thing too when he came on before. He was like, "Man, I'm sorry that was long." Oh, yeah, we like, bro, this is to highlight you. So
Yeah.
nah, we appreciate you just for sharing this.
And your brother, you're highly intelligent. I'm glad that your grandmother told you to go after it. I said I understand that your mom was trying to protect you. I understand, that's just how folks are. But it's great that your grandma told you to go after it because you obviously have the education. You are smart enough that you accomplished all that you did. I'm happy for you going after it. And like even you telling this story about how you set your mind to it, like, hey, you were nervous at first. A lot of people are nervous. I was nervous too. My first day on set, we're stuttering, forgetting stuff. But you went after that, Kentrell, and I love that you went after that. And then I think you said you told your mom or I think you told your grandma that you were going to be on TV by the end of the year, and you got originals.
Yep. And I was an extra. So like I was an extra on the original. I was a featured extra.
Okay.
And I was a featured extra. And when I got on there, I remember one of the lead characters on there, his mom, I don't know, I forgot his name, but his mom, she came talk to me. She said, hey, the director and all, they keep looking at you. They was like, they really like you. And so like they put me through so many scenes. They like tried me in every scene possible, man. It was crazy. And it was so crazy that like all the other extras, they thought I was part of the real cast. So it was like it was cool to see that and feel that and experience that for the first time, And I was like, they're gonna put me on that show. They're gonna put me on that show. So when I came home, I said, they're gonna call me back. I know they're gonna call me back. They did. They called me back to come on the show.
Heck yeah.
And I didn't have the money. I had used my rent money
Oh yeah,
to
for SAG.
that first time, And so that was another time that I missed that opportunity. But one of my friends, my brother, he was like, bro, you had the opportunity to go back. And I was like, yeah, man, I have the money. He said, man, don't you ever do that again.
Yeah.
And so that happened in that situation. But yeah, so but anyways, carry on. That was
Oh no, I trust me. I know what it's like when you don't have that money to join SAG at the time, and how
no, it wasn't SAG. It was just trying to get out there, trying to get a
film it.
flight. Yeah, I was trying to get a flight out, get a flight,
Was it in New Orleans or was it in Atlanta?
It was in Atlanta at the time.
Bro, I know how you feel with having to get those flights, man, and not having the money. But if you have a good, I think you said it was your friend that said it. Your friend would have given you the money to fly out there.
Yeah, he would have given me the money.
Yeah, sometimes, man, you just got to ask. I've had to borrow from friends too to get out there. So I'm glad he said that. Though I hope you never get. If you ever need that money again, you call somebody.
Yeah, and it was crazy. So full circle. I got a story about him. We're gonna get there later on. Just remember the brother that said to never do that again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later on.
Gotcha. Man, Brandon, you got anything else for him before? I know you.
No, so I told we're good.
Okay.
No, yeah, Kentrell, where did you go to? If you don't mind me asking, where did you go to? I think you said undergrad would have been or PT school at, or am I right or
No,
wrong?
it was like it was an assistant school. So I was at Lone Star.
Okay,
I
that's
was
in
at
Texas, right?
Lone Star
Okay.
College out here. I did some community college in Louisiana that I transferred out here to
Okay.
Lone Star. And then from Lone Star, I forgot the name of that school. It was some school, but it was like for like a PA. It's like for an assistant, like
Okay.
physical assistance, something like that. I don't know, but I just know I was doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm getting something under my belt. Like,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
That's absolutely awesome. Like, sorry, if you guys have a question too, go ahead, guys. I don't want to interrupt you. Question it. Kentrell, when you were deciding to go after acting, when you were kind of making that decision with yourself, like, hey, man, this is something I'm going to do. Obviously, that was nervous, and you were trying to do that now from Texas. Is that correct? At that time, back then?
Yeah. Well, it was from Louisiana at one point, and then so from Texas I had started. Texas, I would say Texas definitely like helped me with my start.
Okay.
Like this is where I was able to exercise some of my stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I also want to.
Go ahead.
Okay. I also want to add. You mentioned earlier that you was nervous and you were stuttering when you first started off. The transition, the growth from there until now. This is me just letting y'all know. Kentrell, like he's one of the people who I would love to if there is a scene out there and or whatever with Kentrell, like bro, lock me in, bro, because Kentrell,
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
Phenomenal. So
I really appreciate that, man. Hey, bro, I appreciate that, man. That's like that means a lot to me. Thank you, man. Thank you for thinking like that, bro. And same.
Yeah.
Let's lock in. Same.
Yeah. Most definitely.
We always catch each other in some weird situations or something. I'm like, yeah.
This is okay. So what I mentioned earlier. So last week I finally went to go see Sinners. Like the day it came out.
Don't ruin the movie. Don't ruin
it. I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna mess it up for you. You ever seen it yet? Okay. We're not gonna ruin it for you.
I'm gonna see it this week.
Okay, I was like, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but so I went to go see Sinners, and I'm sitting there in the reclining chair, little tray or whatever. My drink wasn't there; it was on the side of me, but little tray is like right there. And so I'm just sitting there watching it. I'm like focused, like locked in. And you see people, about to walk past you and say, "Excuse me" or whatever to get their seat. Some random person walks up, moves the tray out of the way, and says, "Yo, excuse me, sir, you're in my seat." And I look up, I'm like, I guess we're about to have it out at this theater, bro. Let's go. like I know I'm relaxed, but somehow, some way, we about to rumble in the theater, bro. I look up and I said, "Hey, man, Kentrell, what's up, man?"
That's awesome.
And I was just messing with him too. Like, I had seen him when I was walking up the stairs, and I was like, "That's bro." I said, "Oh man, that's crazy." Because I wasn't in that theater at first.
Yeah.
I wasn't in there at first. I was actually I was in another side. I was in another side, the other one. And I was sitting in there and I was like, damn, I was like, why this movie taking so long? I was like, why is this movie taking so long to come on? And I was like, I ordered tickets way before this. I'm like, why is this thing? And then I realized, I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong theater. So that's when I came up there and I seen you. That's when I asked you, I said, hey, man, how much of the movie did I miss?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, like 5 minutes in, 5 to 7 minutes in or
Yeah.
something like that. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Great film, but it was even greater experiencing that with your homeboy, and we were just,
Yeah.
yeah. But it was a funny moment. Like I was like, bro, like I don't know. I'm in a, you in an awkward position. You're like, bro, I don't know how I'm a fight dude. Somehow, some way.
I really want to watch this movie, but I'm just disrespected.
You're thinking about fighting, bro. That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's me right there. I'm like I guess, hey, look, you gonna take this L, but you gonna go down fighting, James. Come like just get in a
Yeah.
position
Hey,
where
bro. That's
like
funny, bro.
because
That's
I'm
funny.
already I'm relaxed in this. You know how it is. You're in a recliner. You're like I'm relaxed. I'm like this man, bro. Look, hey man, look, man. So, but it was funny though.
And I
You
thought
know
you
Bruce
easy.
Leroy? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Bruce Leroy in Barry Gordon's Last Dragon when they fight in the movie theater.
exactly.
Kentrell's like, am I the meanest? Am I the baddest?
Oh, yeah.
Kentrell, you showing off, man.
So no.
Yeah, you showed up like showing up.
Oh man.
Sure enough, straight up.
Yeah.
He wasn't the master. Am I the
Yeah.
mean? Who's the meanest? Show enough.
Yeah. Am I the baddest? Kentrell, where do your folks originate from if you're from Louisiana?
Yeah, Louisiana. South
Just
Louisiana.
everybody's Louisiana. Like
Yeah.
Louisiana has a, okay, I'm gonna say it right now. I love New York because New York's all me, but Louisiana has the second best food I've ever had in my lifetime.
Second best to New York?
Yeah.
Bro, stop it, bro.
I'm dead
Stop
serious.
it.
Started a war.
Like,
Stop it, bro.
I'm dead serious. I gotta say, maybe it's because I'm partial to New York, but it has like when the best chicken I've ever had in my lifetime was in Louisiana. Best po' boy, Louisiana. Best oysters, Louisiana. But
Stop it, bro.
yeah, but like, look, I've worked there a lot. I've worked there 4 times, and I love the food in Louisiana. I'm just saying. So what I've had so far has been killer. So you guys got oysters, you got chicken, you got the po' boys. You guys had that on lock. But I'm just gonna say second best.
See, that's the thing. See, y'all are talking about that, right? You got to get to like the outskirts of New Orleans to get the cooking. I'm from the country.
Okay.
So you gotta like that's where the cooking happens. I always tell them that I mess with New Orleans like that a lot. People from New Orleans. Yeah, but nah, you see somebody mama or somebody grandma, that's the people who like really work in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's where that food at. Right.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm in the gym now.
No disrespect, New Orleans. Yeah, y'all do y'all thing too. But yeah.
I had to say. Oh, sorry. I mean,
go ahead.
Chris. I mean, sorry, Kentrell. I was going to say that 2 things. I had turtle soup there as well, and
but that's way off. I ain't gonna lie. I
loved it.
I've never done turtle soup a day in my life.
Okay, well then who's who now?
Who told y'all about that?
We had it on set. I was working in SAS New Orleans. We had it on set, and it was the most delicious soup I've ever had.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and the only thing I have to say about New Orleans is this too, man. So I took an Uber because I was there because I'm not from there, and I was going to studio set, but I took an Uber there. And let me tell you what, man, the Uber is going to drop me off at this one part. Like the studio's right here on the other side of that street. I'm like, you ain't dropping me off here, bro. I know I got my color, and I'm hard. I can hand out. I can go against anybody, but you're not dropping me off in the street. I say I need you to drop me off in the parking lot because it's clearly not safe for me. I really don't feel safe being dropped off on this side of the street. I'm tough, but I'm not that tough.
No, bro, you from New York. You said
I'm from Virginia originally. I'm from Virginia originally, actually, but I've lived in New York. I lived in South Carolina. I lived in Los Angeles, but I don't care. Ain't no street in me enough. And then I grew up there was one area that we grew up in that we left that neighborhood, but I'm saying there ain't nah.
You're like,
I was
nah,
like, don't drop me off on this side of this New Orleans street here today.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No. But as we shift gears a little bit, real quick, shout out to Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Mike, man. Let me tell you a quick story about Mike. So I was working as a therapist at that time. And Mike was in the. I used to pass by the room all the time, and he used to be up in there like just doing something. And this shows you alignment right here. I'm showing you alignment. He was just up in there every day. I didn't know. He was like, this little white guy up in there. He just writing all the time. And then one day I asked him, I said, hey man, what you doing? What you doing up in that room? Like, what are you writing? And he was like, oh, I'm a filmmaker.
Mm.
And I was like, filmmaker? Like, I mean, want to do this, And I said, man, for real? He was like, yeah, I wrote a script, man. He said, I'm actually shooting it. I'll be shooting a movie, blah, 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 in a few weeks or so. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. He said, you wanna come? You wanna come check it out? I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
yeah, I want to check it out,
Yeah.
you know? And he was like, well, come on, come check it out, man. It's good. You can come on set, bro, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like excited about that. I'm about to be on set helping,
Thank you.
right? Um, some time passed by and Mike, Mike hit me up one night and he was like, hey man, he said, hey, somebody dropped out the movie. And he was like, would you like to audition for it? Would you like to try out for it? And I was like, yeah. I said, what I gotta do? And so like, he's like, well, just send me a video of you saying these lines, da da da, da woo woo. And I did it and he hit me back. He was like, man, that was really good. He was like, we want you for this part. So I ended up on set as a character. And yeah, I was on set as a character. So that's
Amen.
where I started. And Mike to this day, Mike still supports me to this day.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Hmm.
Amen. That's awesome.
Love that.
I
Love
want
that.
to take a step away from acting for a second. Let's dive into the world of poetry, right? What sparked the idea for you to get into that, and how has that helped or even translated into your acting?
Oh, that's cool. That's a good question. So poetry, that was part of me growing up. Like I was always into poetry, like just um like while y'all was outside,
Mm.
when y'all was young, running the street, doing everything like that.
Mhm.
I was in the house. I couldn't go nowhere like that. I had to be in the house before the lights was on, before the street lights came on. I used to be in the room listening to slow music, stuff like that, right? Then like Love Jones came out. It's one of my favorite movies.
Nice.
Uh, so I was like, that's where I kind of get it from. But fast forward, I always wrote nice letters and stuff like that, and singing and probably to girls on the phone or something at the time. And fast forward, here we are, 2016. I did a play, and I did a play for it was Renee Renee had a play, and well, Renee got oh my God, I can't even say Renee's full name. I'm sorry, Renee, if you're watching this. Uh, but anyways, she had a play. It was called Two Women Play Games. We could play that game. It was something like that. But anyways,
Mhm.
um, I forgot. I didn't know how to. I got the play, but I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to. I didn't really know about like the stage like that.
Mhm.
So I was like, dang, I ain't never done a play before. So I said, okay, well, I need to get on the stage before that play starts, before it's my turn. So I started going to different poetry events around Houston, and I had wrote some stuff. So I was like, all right, maybe if I can start spitting my poetry. Maybe I can get the confidence to be on stage in front of people. So that's where performing poetry came. So I started doing that, and yeah, that got me prepared. The second time I did poetry, I opened up for one of the last poets,
Mm.
Obio Odunowele.
Hmm.
Yes, and I opened up for him.
Yeah.
That's the second time I did poetry, and but yeah, so that's where poetry started. And I'm like, okay, I got a way with words. I could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. That's
Nice.
awesome. I saw that all that transition and it helped as well too. I did. That's crazy, bro. So many similarities that me and you have because I was going to start going to school for physical therapy, and I got into poetry for a bit, and now here we are as actors. That's what I'm saying. This is funny how Louisiana, ties Louisiana. Everybody here, I think, has ties somewhere to Louisiana. Man, it's just funny how all that comes into one, and you just have the conversations. It's just crazy. I'm just thinking about all that. But let's get into some of your other work. Like you've been in unfinished business, and I know the CW was it pressure,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
yeah, and allergies as well. But what was some of your personal favorite projects that you've done so far?
Um, my favorite project that I've done so far, it was definitely one of my favorite projects so far was definitely like If They Took Us Back.
They took us back. That's the one that was for the NAACP, right? Is that the one?
Yeah,
Okay,
that one was cool. Well, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. All my experiences were great, honestly.
right.
Maybe like two experiences that wasn't that good. Two or
Mm-hmm.
three wasn't that good, but um I enjoyed I enjoyed the movie with Lori Mitchell.
Yeah.
I did her that was cool. I did one with the Vince Powell.
Mm-hmm.
That one was super cool. Someone Like You. Um Mike, when Why Thomas came back, cool experience. I ain't gonna lie, man, I had some good experiences on set, bro. I haven't had that many bad experiences, but the bad experiences I did have, they were pretty bad. So,
Mm.
like,
Yeah.
like, nah, this ain't it, bro. I know there's another level to this, bro.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
we always have those. We try to push those bad experiences. It's like we learn from them and grow from them, and hope that it doesn't happen again. But it's just how life is life. But we
Yeah.
still growing artists, which is
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
And the NAACP experience there. You was at NAACP Awards. How was that experience for you?
Oh
Just
man,
that everything. Just
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That experience, that experience was electrifying.
yeah.
And I don't think I've ever said something like that before. It was definitely electrifying. And it was so cool to be so close and so near to the people that you've always watched on television.
Mm.
And and was like, oh, okay, I must have done something right. I'm here. But
Yeah.
I would also say um that it's been kind of it was I want to say surreal because I don't think I gave it the proper I didn't give it the like it didn't set in for me until like later.
Yeah.
Like it felt normal.
Yeah.
It felt normal. Like it felt like okay, this thing we going through the motions. I whatever we're here, boom, 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 boom. But nah, man, it was a good experience though. And I wish I would have been, I mean, I was present with it. I definitely was present with it, but I wish I
Mhm.
was present with it when I found out about it too. Because I was like, it was like, oh yeah, we got that. I'm like, what that mean? Like, like, what's that?
Yeah.
What's that? And it was like, Kentrell, you don't know? Like Holly was like, yeah, this is a big deal. Now I'm like, oh yeah, so like, um, and I don't know, man. It was a good experience. I got to meet some great people. All the people that we see on TV, like they were super cool. Like Harold Perrineau, one of my favorite actors, hands down. Um, like super cool, real good guy, just exudes like just joy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
everything about him is cool. Um, bro from Bel Air, Jimmy, who plays uh
Is that Jeffrey? No, that's not Jeffrey.
yeah, he plays Jeffrey
That is Jeffrey.
on there. hands down, cool
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Like, like a lot of those brothers, man, that I met, they were definitely like super cool. They definitely offered wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. It was good. It was good. It
Yeah.
was good.
Guys, I want to I can't talk today. I want to interject for a second. Kentrell, you've been so amazing, man. I have to get ready to go, but I absolutely loved. I don't want to leave, but I have to go do a
Yeah.
guest show. But I just want to say personally, before I let you guys get back to it, Kentrell, you're amazing, man. Can't wait to work with you on set. Big Chris and James as well. And thank you so much for even letting me be here with you guys today. And Kentrell, getting to know you're freaking awesome. I don't want to go,
Yeah, man.
but I know I got to do this. All right, man. Kentrell, keep killing it, man. I look forward to hearing the rest of it. All right, brother.
For sure, bro. Likewise. Peace.
All right.
Yeah, you too.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, like too when I saw that, because we already had you, it was just we were already gonna have you come on the show before that happened, because we talked and everything else. And like I said earlier, we always root for each other because you just never know what's gonna happen with this art. And when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, yeah. And you look like you belong, bro, and you did. Like, and it's you certainly look everything, bro. Like all that. Like it's crazy too, because even though Brandon Rush just left on here, he was one of the people in the comments that saw you. When I think either I shared it or it was on your I can't remember exactly. But when he saw you and he saw you, he was like, "Bro, dude's clean. Bro came to address ready." And that's why I was like, "Yeah, whenever Contrell show up, yeah, he gonna be suited and booted." He
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I like Contrell. He gonna shut it down, bro. But you look the part, bro. Look like you belong. And and from just seeing that right there, we don't have who I was talking to one time while I was saying that we're in a part of a business, art, where we can't really tell what's going to happen on our timeline in life as well too, but especially here because you never know what's going to come across our email, our desk, or whatever, and we root for each other. And like when I saw that, I was like, bro, come on, man, well deserved, well
I
deserved.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
So I still need representation. I'm still seeking representation, bro. That's
yeah,
what I need right now. I need some representation out here. But I
yeah.
know the right people gonna come though, so too. But
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
In due time, in due time. So, at least one or two more questions before we get you out of here. Uh, you've already dropped so many gems for us today, right? And we know we got a lot of stuff coming your way. You got a long road, long career ahead of you. When it's all said and done, right? Once you at the end of your career, what do you want people to say about your legacy that you leave?
Mm, what do I want people to say about my legacy? I don't know. I want people to know that I lived, man. That I did what I set out to do. I didn't take no for an answer.
Mhm.
And I made impact. Like there's something that I've done actually changed the course of somebody else's life
Mhm.
for the better,
Yeah.
in my heart of hearts, and maybe a template, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a
Yeah.
template to show somebody that, anything is possible, you know, because by the cards. I ain't supposed to be doing this.
Yeah,
But, you know, um, but I'm grateful. And, I just want people to see that and just know that I made some type of change. I made some type of footprint. I put some type of footprint here. And yeah, that's one of the things. It's a lot, but
yeah,
that's the most simple answer.
yeah,
That I was able to spark some type of fire in somebody else in some capacity, you know what I'm saying? Or some type of beacon of hope or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't
yeah.
know. Like, we're gonna get back
No,
to it. We're gonna go again.
Yeah.
no, that's perfect right there, though. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Any gems you want to leave with the audience that can help them out, that has helped you out over the time in your career?
Man, just stay a student, bro. Stay a student, man. Just observe everything. Don't take things too personal. Well, unless you're acting, take it all personal. Take everything. But in life, man, don't take it too serious. Don't take things too serious. Like do that hard work.
Yeah.
This is the most important things that you gotta keep pure. You gotta keep it playful, keep it playful, keep it pure, keep it, what I'm saying, light. As light as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I would say. I would say definitely, keep your heart light, keep it pure. Um, Eat healthy, you
Mm.
know, healthy things, work out a little bit, which I'll be trying, I'll be trying.
Yeah,
Be trying.
yeah, right here.
I'll be trying. I'll be trying. But for the most part though, and just like breathe,
Mm.
breathe.
Awesome. Awesome.
One of the things, breathe.
Go ahead and I guess tell our audience where they can find you, anything you got coming up, and yeah, where they can follow you at.
Man, you can find me at I am Kentrell Wright on Instagram. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I am Kentrell Wright. You can find me there. I'll be there chilling, waiting for y'all to come and like some of my photos here and there, you know,
Yeah.
follow the journey. I got some good stuff coming too, so just stay tuned,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we definitely have you come back on as well when those things come on, or just come back on. Hold it down for us you know, as a co-host, guest
Yeah,
co-host.
whatever.
Yeah, man.
Let me know whenever y'all got it. Just let me know, man.
Yes,
I'm in,
sir.
bro.
Yes, sir.
And
Ladies and
again,
gentlemen.
shout out to my mama, man.
Yeah, yeah. Please
Shout
shout out
out
to
to
my.
moms, bro. Mom showed up, man. Mom
Yeah.
showed up. I ain't gonna lie. Mom showed up. Mom definitely ride for me. Mom ride for me.
Yes, sir.
She definitely she all the way in. She mom's definitely ride. She supports. She always she comes out every time that she gets a chance, gets the opportunity to, but definitely strong support system. You know what I'm saying? Moms is definitely definitely 10 toes down.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. Love it, love it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kentrell A. Wright. Man, appreciate you again, brother, for stopping by on the Just Acting Up Show. Woo, man, here we go, here we go. Somebody about to get awarded the Acting the Fool Award. Brother, take it away.
Well, hold on. Before we get into acting the fool, I just want to shout out to our new sponsor, Plus Mans. You can go over to plusmans.com and check them out. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you tired of rocking the same old worn out jersey? Is your wardrobe begging for an upgrade? Head over to plusmans.com. Find the style you love. It's quick, it's easy, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Boom! You'll be looking fresh in no time. Just take a look at me. Fitted perfectly, made from quality material, and super comfy. Not to mention, I'm looking pretty good if I do say so myself. Hey. And guess what? You could be looking just as good. Just visit plusmans.com, fill your cart, and because I want you to stay fresh, use my code Chris15 to get 15% off site-wide. What are you waiting for? Head to plusmans.com and tell them Big Chris sent you. So, where we going? Here we're going to no other place than Florida. I don't know where Mike at, but he loves when we go to Florida. Florida, we're talking about this assistant principal at a middle school in Florida was arrested for allegedly forcing a student to massage her feet while saying inappropriate things to him. Oh, hell no. Right? Touching on the corns and bunions and stuff like that. That's nasty. According to Polk County Sheriff, Dr. Kaya Lark, age 53, had been charged with lewd lascivious. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. It looks like a bad word. But was charged with lewd conduct against the student. So they say the 13-year-old, yes, I said it right. 13-year-old student was sent to Lark's office after throwing paper balls across the classroom during a test. And so while in the office, two witnesses said the victim told the child to rub her feet, and since he didn't have anything better to do with his hands, she allegedly took off her shoes and placed her legs across the boy's lap, and he did as he was told. Now, witnesses also heard Lark scolding the boy for not rubbing her feet correctly, and she demonstrated on his arm and shoulder how she should be massaged. And then another coworker, I mean, these coworkers seen all this, but yet did not step in. I'm questioning them. But another coworker heard Lark tell the student to rub her feet like he loved her, and also said that she was doing this so that the boy will learn what foreplay is when he gets a girlfriend. And then another coworker admitted several days. No, I'm just playing. Too many coworkers seen a lot but didn't say nothing. We got to stop that, y'all. You see something, say something when you can. Now they said that Lark did admit several days to another coworker that she did cross the line during the incident. The victim told police that she had previously referred to him as sexy chocolate while passing him in the hallway in school. And Lark did tell detectives that this was only a joke and she was trying to humble the student. So she's been placed on administrative leave pending investigation. Yeah.
Bro,
That's
what's going on? I agree with Mike. Social media has made things worse for us because I'm just sorry, what is going on in these schools? Just the other day, I see people getting bullied. I used to fight my bullies back in the day. I don't care. Hey, look, that's just me. And now I saw people fighting the teachers. I've witnessed that a couple times back at school. I'm not gonna lie to that. But now you telling people how to rub somebody else's feet? What is
the
going on?
munyon, not the munyon. You should be teaching them how to get the munyon. Y'all money.
Like,
teaching them about how to rub on your bunions?
yeah, bro. How is this? How is this a learning criteria? The kids don't much know how to cook food.
But not for your old crusty feet. I'm gonna do all foot jokes today. How about that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's talk about relationships and what relationships are. Me and my lady, we're hand and foot. She hands me the bill and I foot it.
That's actually pretty good. Okay, I like that.
Hand and foot.
Okay, I get that. I get that. Yeah.
How about this one? Why don't foot fetishes ever win anything?
Why doesn't it?
Because they all because they don't like the taste of the feet. That's why they never win anything, because they don't like the taste.
That's okay. You stumble a little bit, but I get you that. They don't like it.
I did a little stumble. Okay,
it's all good.
Let me bring it back towards the acting film world. How about that? What's the difference between a foot and a camera?
Foot and the camera. I don't know. What's the difference?
The foot has 5 toes. The camera has 4 toes.
That's actually very creative. That's actually very okay. I give you that one. Yeah. Okay. If Mike was here, I don't know what he would say though. He probably. Mike just be mad. And just like I'm mad. Why would you get mad at the people? Why you stop in class to what? I don't believe the kids are the future. I'm sorry. Oh man, help us, Lord. I'm going to church. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do something a little bit different for the press play trailer of the week. But don't worry, it's gonna be great. You're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna love it, because it's on the Just Acting Up Show. Stay locked in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Just Acting Up Show. And, usually in this segment, we have the press play trailer of the week, but we're going to switch it up a little bit for you. And we got to talk about our guest that's been here on the show with us, man. You already know he's been on here quite a few times. You might as well say he's family, bro.
Yeah,
Brandon
absolutely.
Rush.
Hey, thank you so much, Just Acting Up Show. James and Chris, I appreciate you guys having me back on.
Man, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, let me rephrase. Brandon Rush of the Buckle Up podcast, ladies and
Podcast,
gentlemen.
yes.
There we go. There we
Buckle
go.
Up Podcast Universe with Brandon Rush and Mama Rush, my mom.
Yes, man. I love that, bro. I love that, man. So,
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
tell
come
us
on.
how that came to be and what it's about.
well, a couple things. One, you guys, I love what you guys do with the Just Acting Up show. And you guys were ahead of the game. Was that 2 years ago? Right before I did Power, you guys were ahead of the game with starting your podcast, but you guys have probably been doing it for a lot longer. I saw what you guys did, and I'm like, man, that's amazing. I was trying to come up with a way to. My mom was thinking about going back to work, and I couldn't have that. And so I was like, you know what? I got to come up with something to figure out how to make money for my family, how to make money for the people I care about. And there's all these people that I worked with in those 75 TV shows and movies, which a lot of people didn't know, but now they're finding out. I had to come up with a way to make that happen. So I spent 4 days, right? So 18-hour days, trying to figure out exactly what to do. I figured out social media. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, Instagram ended up pairing with me for content creator because they saw what I had done before. So they opened that up to me. Being able to have my own sponsorships, partnerships, and that. So I'm making money off of that. And then with the podcast part, I had thought about something that I could do with my mom. So I was like, hey, how can I connect all these people? So basically I came up with the Buckle Up podcast universe with Brandon Rush. I came up with Buckle Up because I love the movie Con Air with Nicolas Cage, who I met once with my mom in Los Angeles. And when he played the role Cameron Poe in Con Air, he's about to tie John Malkovich to the like little fire engine thing that's going. And he's like, buckle up. And I'm like, that's the name right there. So Buckle Up, that's where that came from. And then I asked my mom, she would be my co-host, which is just, she has been the best co-host I could ever ask for because she knows me well. I don't have to, she's going to support me 100%. And she's like, hey, Brandon, I will support you 100%. Going back to that 4-day thing, on the 4th day, I created my own patent for artificial intelligence, which you guys are just hearing for the first time.
Nice.
So 3 days of figuring out social media on the 4th, and I was figuring out the reason I was up was because I was making this patent for artificial intelligence. And on the 4th day, I stayed up 24 hours, and I finally came up with it. I grabbed a photo of my dad. I had the time of when I finally figured it out. Because my dad, who passed, was talking. I heard him talking to me the whole entire time. It was during the spiritual week. It was a week right before Passover. And the camera in our house, like apartment, kept going off saying, hey, someone's in B room, someone's in B room. I was actually freaking out because I was like, what the heck? I kept checking. I was like, hey, Mom, is someone like, this thing's saying this B camera keeps going off. At the same time where I felt my dad's presence, the camera was going off saying that someone was alerted in B room. So I thought that I could literally hear my dad talking to me. So I came up with that patent for artificial intelligence. I came up with figured out social media, started getting as a content creator. And then I created the Buckle Up podcast. And I asked my mom if she wanted to do that with me so she wouldn't have to go get a part-time job. So now she doesn't have to work because we were making money off of it. So it's been a huge blessing and I'm so thankful. So with the 75 TV shows and film that I've been in New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta, New Orleans, San Jose, California, Pittsburgh, Miami, Mexico, I was like, I have all these incredible people. Let's say the cast is one thing, but I'm talking about the people behind the scenes, the casting directors, the casting associates. I would not be where I am today had the casting community not looked out for me, had they not given me the opportunities. So they were my first and foremost thing of like, hey, I'm going to bring them together and bring them this. And all these casting directors and all these associates and all these assistants are coming onto this podcast. Yeah. Also, people that I've worked with in these shows. So I have executive producers, writers, directors that I have worked with in those 75 things all coming on. So Blue Bloods, for instance, I had Siobhan O'Connor and Joe O'Connor. Joe was my partner on Blue Bloods. Siobhan was one of the producers and writers on that, not of just that, but of Law and Order SVU and Third Watch. She was a person super inspirational to me, and so is Joe. Joe's just been like the best partner ever. Like, so I asked them if they would come on, and they're like, yeah, we'd absolutely love to. And we had just a great conversation. That was their first time meeting my mother. And we just had the best conversations back and forth. And Siobhan has a pilot that she's working on right now. Nice. And over on the West Coast side of things, I have Jim Clemente and Bobby Chacon of Criminal Minds are coming on. They're technical advisors. And I think Janine Sherman Barros, who was when I first started on Criminal Minds, she was one of the executive producers on that show. And I think she might have even been the showrunner too. Now she's at WB with, I think, head of Scripted Talent. I could be wrong. But these are people that I have coming on. So I figured, why not start bringing all these people together? Because we have that connection. And Siobhan and Janine both know each other because they worked on Third Watch together. They both did that when they were coming up. So I realized that God gave me an opportunity to connect people. That's something that my dad was always really good at, connecting people from all walks of life. And then because I've lived pretty much everywhere in the world, not everyone in the United States, but I know people from around the world, I figured let me reach out to all those people. It's not just celebrities and all like the crews and all that. It's everyday people. I have friends. I'm an everyday person, man. Yeah. I've worked every part-time job underneath the sun. So I have all these people from different walks of life that are coming on. We have a veteran section that are coming on. I have a lot of my friends are veterans. We're military family as well. So I'm excited to have all these different people come on. We had a news anchor on the other day, Lana Harris. So
nice.
We have the numbers, and we hit. I think we're at like 1.8 million now.
Oh wow!
Come on, now.
1.8 million viewers, and I think we're at like we're about to break 300,000 followers in just 5 days. In just 5 days.
Ooh. Yes, sir.
So yes, yeah, man, that's my whole speech, man. So getting back to it, Chris, I saw what you guys did. I thought you guys were amazing. I appreciate you all supporting me. I appreciate you all supporting the family. So as I said, like an iron sharpened iron. I felt that I posted something when my theme is The Train's Coming by Johnny Cash. Mm. And I saw you guys repost it. I was like, yo, let's go.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. I felt that. I felt like, Wakanda forever. So my heart was just so that you guys had my back, because a lot of people haven't with this venture, which has been crazy.
Yeah, man. And we greatly appreciate it as well, too, man. Like you said, Iron Sharpens Iron. Like, we've been taking clips of, I know you took clips, and we took clips of our time on the show and everything, and posted, and people get to know each other. And like you said, it's you get to connect with everyone like around the world. And it's
Absolutely.
Not just people, in front of the camera, behind the camera, but it's other people that you connect with as well, too, that you're like, oh, you know Absolutely. Him, you know her? Oh, hey, man, come. And it's just beautiful.
It takes
man. Yeah.
It takes a village. It takes a village. No one gets there alone. It takes a village, James and Chris. Yeah. That's what I was like going to what you're saying. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. You good.
It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
And then you guys are talented, man. You guys, all the stuff you guys do, I'm still like, level 1 right here. I'm still like the Captain America in the first Avengers in his first movie. You guys are like Tony Stark. You got the whole entire thing going.
Man, it takes like you said, it takes a village, and it's dope that we have the individuals that we have and the people that we meet, like you yourself, and we all just like we said, iron sharpens iron. We help each other out because in this crazy acting community or just life, nobody has all the answers to everything.
None.
So it's good to meet, fellowship, talk to the right people, and approach each other in a respectful way, and
Absolutely.
Just have fun and be like, oh wait, okay, bad, and we just help each other out because we just don't know, but we're figuring it out, but we still don't know.
No, you're right. I think, James, one thing that you said to approach each other in a respectful way, I love you guys. There's anything I can ever do, I'm going to do it because why I appreciate you guys and all that kind of stuff. The level of disrespect that I received from people that I considered friends and people that it's been very interesting. It's actually been it's almost been like a shock to me. Because I've always been there for everybody. Yeah. Hands down, no questions asked. Literally all my friends say this brand is unwavering. Yeah. That's a man that's loyal. That's a man whose parents raised him right. That's a person that is unwavering in his character completely. And the level of disrespect that I received from my friends has been outstanding. Just like people that it's certain people actually. It's people that still think I'm still the same Brandon from college, or that have looked down, like that for some reason think that they could look down on me, which that's their prerogative. But I had a close friend of mine be like, oh, well, you're not doing a podcast. I knew I was doing the podcast the whole entire time. But as you guys know, it's even on sets, it takes multiple people to put that stuff together on those sets. And what you guys are doing, I'm doing the job of like 15, 30 people by myself. I mean, I love my mom and she's an amazing co-host, but I'm the one that's putting all that together, the videos, the computer stuff, all that, all within I think I've had 15 auditions. I've been slam packed during auditions. So I've literally have my career that I'm trying to manage. which is going extremely well. I thank God for that. And I'm doing all this stuff that I'm learning. That's why I'm asking you guys constant questions. So to have a friend tell me like, oh, well, you don't have a podcast. It's not a podcast. I'm saying, you're right. It's actually a show.
Yeah.
The podcast is just a point of that. And then that same person has seen it go from, hey, Brandon had, 0 people to it's 1.8 million people now are viewing the Buckle Up podcast universe with Brandon Rush and Mama Rush. And we have all of these followers, which I'm grateful for, because I'm grateful for everybody. I'm trying to connect all these people. So that was really hurtful. I've had friends be like, hey, don't blow up my phone with text message. People that I invited onto the show. Now, I told you all, we're getting paid to do this. Yeah. We're getting paid on our podcast and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so these are friends of mine that I asked to come on to help them out.
Yeah.
Bring exposure to their business, bring exposure to who they are, because they meant the world to me. And it's been even some of them that have just given the level of disrespect back of just like, oh, well, what do you need? It's like, well, I thank God because I don't need anything, because God gave me everything that I have, plus everybody that I've been blessed to work with and come across, that we were trying to give opportunity to just spotlight you all. That was it.
Yeah.
And so I had to check a few people.
Yeah.
And I think they needed to be checked.
Yeah.
And so now they realize like, hey, man, well, dang, like had I said, hey, I have a movie and I want you guys to be in it, it would have been a different conversation.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that we're on that level right now. And for them to look, it's funny how people treat people who they think they don't need. And I've never done that. I treat the janitor with the same level of respect I treat the CEO. Yeah. And so it's been a wake up call for some of my friends, because I'm like, hey, you know what? I never changed who I was from day one to now. I'm still the same person.
Yeah.
Only different guys let this blessing, but you all have changed in my eyes because of some of the levels of disrespectful things you guys have said to me in that process. So yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
No, man. We're definitely excited for you, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Man, I'm surprised you ain't started it sooner. So I was just like, yeah, like I know.
you know what? When money started getting tight, and I had to come up with a way to help out my mom, because I didn't want her going back to work at her age. My nephew was afraid about not being able to go to college. I literally cracked in the gear, man. Yeah. I went down to my University of South Carolina. I talked to them about some things that are going to be working in the future. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But I was just like, hey, I got to help out my nephew, try to get him a scholarship and all this kind of stuff. And all this stuff because I've been very blessed and accomplished in my field. Yeah, that puts I'm able to. There's things that we can do. Plus that patent that I created for artificial intelligence. I did have my Iron Man moment. So I created basically a thing that's like Jarvis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and that's so it's pretty cool. I call it Keys. So it's been pretty awesome, man. Yeah, Keys and Echo. Those are the two. I created 2 of them so far. Actually, I created more than that, but that's what I'm telling right now. So.
We're definitely going to talk with you about that off camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
More detail.
Yeah,
how have you guys been, though?
Man, good. Hustling, bustling. Chris, you want
to? We've been doing all right. Just it's been a few changes. We had a slow season, but now we're picking back up.
That's all right.
See a lot more coming from us.
Yeah,
a lot more content coming from us. So
okay.
Yeah, got some.
We're excited.
Got some more.
Are you guys on Spotify yet, or the podcast stations?
Yeah, we're on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to add you guys. I didn't know you guys were on. I'm glad that's. I'm sorry that I didn't know that.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, because I was gonna say get on there if you're not, because what you guys have is excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
We're trying to actually get to that next stage of just monetization and increase our followership. So, like I said, we're gonna pick your brain a little bit more.
Absolutely. Like I'm here to help you guys as much as possible, and I love you guys. Like, and by help, you guys don't need my help, but sometimes if you have a person that kind of has learned how to understand something, I'm willing to, and like make sure those words are said correctly, because as I said, the disrespect I've been receiving is crazy, and it's like.
Bro,
yeah,
trust, I get it.
I'm definitely gonna share. I'll share the story later on in my career when it progresses, but I'll share the story with you off camera.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, and it's like these are the same friends that when I left from college, it's college friends. It's not my friends from home.
Yeah,
it's who I have been there through thick and thin, which is the craziest part about it. But when they said, "Hey, Brandon, whenever you go out to Hollywood, don't change," I never changed.
Yeah.
And I went through all kinds of stuff. I don't, there's dark stories out there. I just don't put those out there. But it's like I went through a lot. But God was molding me like I was talking to one of my aunts who's a reverend, my cousin's a reverend, like Joseph in the Bible. You know, a lot's happened to me. And Joseph in the Bible was a person, his brother, his family threw him out. And I'm not saying that happened to me to extent, at least not with mom and not with my dad when he was alive, but I've been through a lot and now that I've come back and am able to accomplish, been able to put that into effect. My cousin's like, you're like Joseph in the Bible, whose family threw him to the wolves. So I said, not my mom, not my dad, and not my nephew, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I guess his friends are in there too now. So
man,
You'd be
dude,
surprised, you may necessarily not change as a person, but how people view you change because people so used to seeing you in a certain box.
Yep.
People want to keep you in that box instead of letting you grow. They'll see you outside of that. They want you where they're comfortable seeing you at.
You're absolutely right. Like it's sad. It's like, guys, you all know firsthand that you've actually seen the fact that I am still the same B. You know, I believe I'm humble as humble can be, but I'm still the same B. Only difference is to you all, I'm still the same B. In the world of the business I am, and in the world in general, we've been very blessed that our team has TV shows that play throughout the world in different languages. I get messages from Brazil. Hey, dude, you're playing over here. Israel, Sweden, but it's translated. So shows I've been on that it's translated to another language. And so for me to hear from all these people around the world about this, and you guys are still considering me, hey, I'm still B in that box from college who let you guys stay over at my place. Like you had a key to my place. Every time you called, I was there for you when you needed me. It's like I'm not in that box anymore. But as I said, had I said it was a movie, no question.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a forgiving person, but it needed to be said.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Let everybody know where they can catch the show, where they can follow the show at.
Absolutely. So it's Buckle Up Podcast Universe with Brandon Rush, but there's a couple things here. That's the Buckle Up Podcast Universe with Brandon Rush and Mama Rush. That's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It's actually on every single podcast station that's out there. There's like 12 or 14 of them. It's on all of that. It's on YouTube as well. My Instagram handles, which are Brandon Rush, so BrandonRushh. That's 2 H's. You can catch it on there. We have some clips on there, and then we have the Buckle Up Podcast Instagram page as well. So you can see this. It's on all of those platforms. And so we're more like a variety show altogether because we have so many different avenues. We have the podcast part. We have my career stuff. We have my friends talking about their businesses and what they do, or the people that I have on. So I'm literally using everything that I have in Facebook too, but I'm using everything that I have to incorporate all of it. We're almost like a network in a way.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, man, that's it in a nutshell. And we're doing really well. I thank God. I thank God for having you guys, because I was able to ask you guys questions. Chris, I appreciate you sending me those clips too that I needed as well. And I appreciate just the support that you guys have had. Like, you all were very inspirational to me with what you all have started with the Just Acting Up show and what you all do. And even the bond that you guys have as a team on here, because that is even something special. I know when I went to certain people trying to ask them, I went through nightmare scenarios of stuff. Just like, hey guys, look, man, I'm trying to bring you in here with this. Oh, you're not podcast. You're not sponsored. You're not all this. Dude, we have sponsorship already. We already have it. And so I just literally let that person talk. And I said, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
And then I haven't heard Bo Peep since then.
Yeah.
Man. And then like people that I asked them to friends that I literally asked, like, so some people are paying us to come on, but there's people that I asked that were friends of mine, like, hey, you guys can come on. Literally didn't call me back. I'm starting to forget who I asked just because I have a career that I'm doing. I have a whole entire career where I'm memorizing 5 pages of dialogue for like 3 auditions I have. So that's like 15 pages. Yeah. So I can't remember every single thing. So if I call and I ask you guys, I can't keep calling back. And I'm actually done calling back.
Yeah.
You're going to have to remember that I asked you at one point, and then you're going to have to come back and just say, hey, contact someone in our production company of the Buckle Up Podcast and say, hey, like, look, Brandon reached out to me a while ago because I said I can't even take the call. Not because I'm I'm not arrogant or anything like that. I just don't have the time to remember anymore. When guests are coming on, they're scheduling their time and their date, and they know the importance of it. Like Rob Gregg, the shoe guy, that's one of our companies. I don't have a box with it. I'm actually on the box right now. Hold up. Sorry. Y'all see that?
Yeah. No, that's dope, man.
Yeah, actually, let me show the shoe. Let me go ahead and get the shoe up here. Hold on.
That is so dope.
Yeah, so I want to showcase the shoe. Like Wear Stand
Ooh.
is a brand. Yeah, it's a medical shoe. So yeah, I want to showcase that. Sorry, man. Rob, we got you, brother. Wear Stand, standshoes.com.
Yeah.
They're one of the people that are supporting us. And Rob's been a friend of mine for I think 13 years. He helped me find my apartment in New York when I was trying to start my career in New York.
Gotcha.
So when I asked him, he said no question. I said we're doing well for ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. And see, that's it's like, and that's what's so crazy about that. Like, just like, hey, let's come on the podcast and yada yada this, yada yada that. Yeah, and then you just never know what else you get after that, because it's people that we had come on that even they're. We talked about this one time, and then we'll close the segment out, because you never know who you're helping out just by them coming on the podcast.
Absolutely.
But there's been some people that's been on some well-known shows that they missed out on our time, and they will call one of us and say, "Hey, my apologies. Can we come on? Can I come on at this time because something happened?" And we're like, "Yeah, come on." And that built up the relationship and the bond. And not only that, because of one person that we connected to, it helped us to connect to another person. And they would help us as young actors or just young entrepreneurs. Hey, have you guys tried this out? Have you tried that out, or this or that? You guys got this set up, and it just helped us out in so many ways. And that's what's so beautiful about it. And that's why it's like, it's just helping, just to be of service. Like Denzel Washington talked about it.
Yeah.
To be we can learn this, and we can't take everything with us when it's our time, but to be of service and to help this thing continue to go, it just feels so good. And that's why we cheer the loudest for our friends when we see them book something or see them accomplish something. And that's another thing that I love about your podcast. I haven't had a chance to watch the full episode. I seen bits and pieces. I'm trying to catch up as well. But from what I've seen, bro, bravo, man, and thank you.
Thank you. James, I wanted to say, sorry, my family, my entire family, my dad, my mom, myself, and my grandfather, we've been of service because my grandfather's a preacher. And and both grandfathers were Army veterans, Korean War and World War II. My family's been of service our whole entire lifetime. I volunteered for a wheelchair basketball league for almost 10 years now at UCLA for kids and veterans that are in their wheelchairs. And wheelchair is called adaptive sports program. So basically there's able-bodied and people that can able-bodied, non-able-bodied. I volunteered with that my whole entire lifetime. Oh, excuse me, not my whole lifetime, for 10 years. My parents volunteered at Ronald McDonald House. I used to volunteer with them at Ronald McDonald House. They'd get off of working sometimes 2 jobs, and they would go and volunteer because they were all about service, because they realized their lives have been blessed. And as your shirt says, dream like Martin. Hey, man, and Harriet something too.
Like
you said, it's a being of service to others. That's the most important thing, being of service to others. That's what I'm about. That's why my mom's about, my nephew and my dad. This is all in his memory too. This whole entire podcast with what I'm trying to do and what we're trying to do.
That's what I'm talking about, bro, man. Ladies and gentlemen,
Buckle Up Podcast, y'all check it out.
Check it out. Another show in the books, man. This was a great show. Shout out to Brandon Rush of the Buckle Up Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all lock in and tune into that as well too. Man, much love and respect, bro. Always appreciate you for joining us on the show, man. Thank you. As well as our special guest today, Kentrell A. Wright, brother from another mother. Man, dude is so talented. I'm telling you, man. Dude is on to great things, destined to do great things, and I love seeing that for my people, man. So shout out to bro, and wishing you nothing but the best in your career, brother. Have him come on the show again and join us as well. Shout out to our other co-host, Mike Tashay, and also shout out to Davion and Tabitha as well, as they're getting things ready as well.
Cooking something up for y'all.
Yeah, we definitely in the kitchen. So I'm talking about right there. That's what you should be learning, kids. Rubbing people. I'm sorry.
Rubbing feet, rubbing coins and stuff.
What you do today at school, baby? I learned how to rub somebody.
Did the boy say he wanted to be a podiatrist? No, he didn't.
No.
He did not ask for that.
You can't go around rubbing everybody's feet. You know, people got stuff. People got something going on. I mean, you know what? Like I said, I'm going to church. But that's going to do it for our show today. Chris, you got anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm going to give a quote from Mandy Hill. It goes, "You don't always need a plan. No, sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens." Take that with you.
Take it with you, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for us on the Just Acting Up show. See y'all next time. Peace and blessings. All that. Wakanda forever.